Dusty's one of the best CrossFit coach. In fact, he's the best CrossFit coach I've ever known. But I've
Really?
only been doing
I
CrossFit
appreciate
like 6
that.
months. Or 6 years, rather,
Yeah.
not 6 months.
Why is he so good?
It's the looks.
It's the beard.
Yeah.
It's fascinating. He starts talking, I'm just like looking at it. And it's like, man, I wish I could grow a beard like that. No, what he does, he's a very patient instructor. He observes and he's watching what you do all the time, without like, hey, you didn't do this right, Adam. But like he'll walk up, hey, you mind if I give you a tip on this? And he starts coaching you. And if that's like the informal coaching, Dusty, but then the formal coaching, Dusty, it's step by step. You should do this, you should do that, and just it's the way one should coach another person.
So when did you know you enjoyed instructing and kind of had a gift for that?
That's a good question. I probably did CrossFit for a year before I decided, well, I can make a little extra money coaching. I came to find out that I have an eye for weightlifting. I could explain it to people. So like weightlifting is really difficult. Like, Olympic lifting, snatching, clean jerks. It's difficult to make somebody that may not have great control of their body do what you're asking them to do. So it's more like a puzzle. And I have a good communication style with people and I can understand that people learn differently.
Yeah.
So, it became a lot of fun for me. I wasn't doing it full time. I was just doing it part time. But I really enjoyed it, and I could get my message across to people. Like it was, coaches started coming to me being like, hey, I'm having a hard time with this person doing this. Can you step in and try to help? So that's where I kind of figured that, like, not intentionally, whatever my delivery style is and the way that I explain certain things to people, they tend to get it.
Yeah.
For whatever way. Part of it's like coaching for so long, you get a bigger arsenal of things to say at people. Like, 'cause not the same thing works for everybody, but you kind of build your bag of tricks that you have that you can say to people. But I really do enjoy it. I do it now. Like Adam just said, like I'll kind of keep to myself and I'm kind of watching. And if I see somebody doing, I'll walk up and be like, hey, you mind if I give you some advice? 'Cause you don't want to step on people's toes when they're trying to work out. You just want to kind of let them do their thing, especially if I'm working out too. But I do enjoy it. I try to do it. I just put a seminar at Cross Fit Invigorate recently. Try to do that stuff. Life is busy now, so I don't get to do it.
Is that the one there,
as
the
much.
handstand push-up?
Yep. That's it. That's me. Yep.
Yeah.
Handstand push-up. I taught a bunch of people how to do handstand push-ups that day.
Yeah. I love me some handstand.
I kind of
Yeah.
figure that's kind of essentially a tougher thing to describe to someone, technique-wise, right? It's something they don't do that often.
Yeah, like handstand push-ups specifically?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, people typically, we aren't upside down, and unless you were a gymnast, that is a total foreign thing, and you don't want to be upside down. Some people do gravitate towards it, but I mean, if you have, there's like an inherent fear. Some people don't want to be upside down, and they want to learn the movement, but they do not want to be upside down. So there's like some things you have to do to break that and kind of get them, eventually when you get somebody upside down, they'll be like, oh, it's not as scary as I thought it was going to be. But that thought of flipping upside down and like losing control for a second is definitely terrifying. So it's a gymnastic skills are hard to coach always. Because it requires a crazy amount of body control, and unless you grew up doing some kind of sport or doing something like that, it's a lot more difficult for people to get that generally.